We're live and I can hear myself
Finally.
twice, and that's fine, but that's okay. Thank you, Nor, for being here. I'm so happy you're here. So I apologize, guys. There's a little technical, so I'm hearing myself and I'm hearing myself, but we'll get through this. Nor is a
Yeah.
dear friend of mine from many, many, many years ago, and we have amazing people on our team. Hold on, Brad's here. Oh, maybe that'll help me. Thank you, Brad. Anyways, Nora and I actually studied with the same teachers in Los Angeles. And when my YouTube team was asking me, like, hey, Lesley, have you ever thought about talking about Pilates during Ramadan? I had, to be honest, I had not, because I don't know the answers to these questions. So I was like, I do know someone who's amazing, and she knows all these answers. And so, Noor Alamir, thank you. So I hope I said your last name correctly after
Yes,
all of
you
this.
did.
Can you tell everyone, you know, just where you're from a little bit, and then also just in case they're not familiar with Ramadan, what the holy month is, or the time period is.
Okay. So I'm in Kuwait right now, and it's so I just broke my fast like an hour ago when the sun set. So just a little bit of Ramadan. It's a month in a year. It's considered the holy month, and it's part of the five pillars of Islam. And as I told Leslie, the five pillars of Islam is like one is that God is only one, and then there's the prayer five times a day that we do.
Hmm.
Fasting is one of them, and then we have the pilgrimage to Mecca, and we have the charity, the what we give out from of our savings or whatever we saved
Hmm.
throughout the year. We would just put a little bit of charity in there for the poor, and it's the month of where the Quran ascended on the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it's
So is it always the same dates, or does
on the
some?
calendar. No, it's always the
Okay.
same on the Islamic calendar. It just changes. It goes forward 10 days every year.
Oh.
So yeah, so this year we fasted on the 1st of March. So next year it will go into February, 10 days into February.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So
Yeah.
I imagine that different times a year make it different
It does.
fasting.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the last time I went through winter fasting. God, that was a while ago. Like I think I was in high school, or I don't know. No, maybe in college. But and it's been, I don't know, 20 years. No, I don't know when I graduated.
And just in
2003.
case people like people might have heard of like a water fast or different fast, like you can drink water, but you're
It's
eating no food or no water
No,
either.
no, it's complete fast. So
Okay, okay.
once the sun, there's a time where it's an hour before the sun rises, you want to hold your fast. And
Hmm.
then it goes until sunset. And once the sun
Okay.
starts to set, that's when you're going to start eating. So it depends on the year. So in the summer, maybe at one point we were fasting 17 or 18 hours a day. And
Okay.
now it hasn't happened in 33 years where the time is split in the middle. So
Mm,
it's 12 fasting and 12 where we're up and, eating and all that.
yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
in the middle. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
because of the fasting, I know from like scientific information that I've been studying about fasting, just like there's actually some really great information out there, ladies, about fasting and how you can fast for your hormones and stuff like that. But you're a Pilates instructor, you own a Pilates studio. Can people who are honoring this time and they're fasting, can they work out during Ramadan?
Yes, I actually recommend Pilates during Ramadan. Like to clients or people that have never done Pilates, it's a great time to start. And people who have already been continuing on their practice, I have clients who are fasting and still continuing on the same practice. There are some days,
Mm,
some of them might be tired and lower the intensity a bit, or skip certain exercises, or, it depends on on how they are that day, but most of them just continue as they are. And I do too. I mean, it's the same workout, same intensity. Some days when I first started to fast, there were days where I had a headache because just easing into the month. No, I
Hmm.
had to like, I couldn't do inversions because I had a headache. And so I would just do other stuff like where I'm not
Yeah.
inverting. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a great day and a great workout with a combination of walking is great. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine like, yes, you just like any kind of thing you're going, you with listening to your body is always something that Pilates is known for. So I imagine
Hmm.
that because Pilates is known for listening to our bodies, it is an easier practice to do during a fasting time. Um, is it also because it's a bit more low impact? What are the other reasons why Pilates is kind of a good exercise during Ramadan?
Um, I I say it's really good because it maintains the strength of your body, the
Mm.
stamina. It maintains your muscle mass. I mean,
Mm.
for me, Ramadan is not the time to set goals, new goals, and like, oh, I'm gonna uh, go for more muscle mass,
Right.
this month. It's not the time because you can't consume that much nutrients in such a short period of time. I mean, by the time you eat dinner and the next time you want to eat, I'm still full. Like I can't eat another meal. So
Right.
and you can't consume that much water. I barely finish sometimes a liter of water. Some people are great with that. They consume more, but a liter is my maximum these days where I used to finish two during the day. So that's why Pilates is great during that time.
Mhm.
Cause like I said,
Yeah.
it's the awareness and bringing awareness to the body. You're having the control of the mind and you're maintaining your strength during that time, your flexibility. So it has
Mhm.
all of that components. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the more I think about like the fasting you're doing and also the way Pilates works, it makes so much sense why it would be a perfect way to move your body during the time when you are also honoring your religion and keeping everything like that. Because I can't imagine like if you are fat, it's hard to eat all the food that you'd want to eat. And you have to sleep and drink all that water. Like that would be,
Exactly.
and also it makes me go, that's probably part of it, right? Like really that part of fasting is like, you're not supposed to try to eat the whole day's worth and drink the whole day's worth in one meal. You're supposed to listen to
Yeah,
your
yeah,
body.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And I mean, some people don't work out during that month. I have some people that get off the schedule. It's just
Mm.
because of time. It's not because they can't work out or not allowed to work out. I mean, I see more people take on activities during Ramadan than any month of the year. Like that's
I
the
would
year
need the
that
distraction.
yeah, everyone needs the distraction. They want to walk, and it's usually before an hour or two, 2 hours before they break the fast. Like
Mm.
around 4, that's when I get most of the clients in. And like I said, I start at 1. No one would come in the morning except there are some people who are exempt from fasting, like people with diabetes, some
Mm.
sicknesses. If I had days where I had my headache, I mean, I can drink water and not fast, and I'll just make it up after the month
Okay.
is done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
That's
yeah.
really reasonable. I feel like thank you for sharing that. And I also, yeah, we were talking when we were going live, like you change your work schedule because
Hmm.
you need to, sometimes you're praying and you're till like 3 in the morning. So like you
Yeah.
have to also sleep. And I think it's really amazing that your clients are able to also respect like that you're doing the same thing as them and
Hmm.
also they can adjust their schedule.
Yeah.
So that's really special. I really think
Yeah.
that's really nice. I'm wondering, is there anything else that you think those of us, so the reason I wanted to have this, you guys, is first of all, it's Ramadan right now. Second, as a teacher, like while that's not my religion, I had
Hmm.
clients who, with different religions and they have different things that and I have to like kind of, how can I be flexible enough to help respect that, but also am I pushing them by making them like by insisting that they come in? Like I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing for them. So I wanted
Hmm.
any teacher who might have a client who's doing Ramadan right now to know what what to expect with their client and what they can do. So that's one of the reasons I
Hmm.
wanted to have you on.
Hmm.
And then the other thing is like, let's talk about making Pilates as accessible as possible. I wanted women who might be doing Ramadan this year or and then every other year to know that like Pilates could be. So that's really why I wanted to have you on. But is there anything else maybe we should you want my listeners, my viewers, or people watching this later to know about Pilates, Ramadan, anything?
I mean, as for teaching, I mean, you might get some clients that will ask for a later time and said, like, for example, if you had a client that sees you always at 9 in the morning, and I mean, 9 in the morning is too early for them at that moment, because you have to put in consideration the first week, I think is the easiest, even though you're fasting and you're easing into it, but your body catches up by week 3 and 4. And that's when you're
Mm,
like, even sleeping in doesn't cut it anymore. It's like you're just
mm.
in a mood. Yeah. So, yeah. So I mean, some clients might come and ask for a later time, and it would be nice to create maybe, what I used to do. Sometimes in my schedule I couldn't handle so much clients because of the time restriction that I had, and it's going to
Hmm.
go even less and less as we go through the year. Because I mean, in winter it's probably gonna, in December it might. Uh, we might break fast by 4:30 p.m. So you have to
Yeah.
understand when I'm going to be teaching. It's going to be a very short time during the day. Our night is
Mm,
longer, and I don't my trainer she teaches at night. I go do weights at night at 9 p.m., but
hmm.
that's after I've broken my fast. I don't teach after breaking the fast. So you have
Okay.
some studios that are open and some studios and most places that are closed
Hmm.
after breaking the fast. So during during that time, what I do is, there was a time where I couldn't see some clients, and I'm like, and they've never done an open studio session. They've been my
Right.
private, and I had to push them into that class. Like I had to
Yeah.
literally tell them, if you can't do a class, you won't be able to see me a whole month. And they're like, no, no, we'll try. So I try to group them. And
Hmm.
I mean, some teachers could do that, like group certain clients in that community who are doing the same thing and fasting, maybe create a class for them before
Yeah.
yeah, like two
I
hours, three
think
hours before.
what a great way to build community with your clients because you're all sharing the
Hmm.
same experience. So,
Yeah,
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 I thank you for like for sharing because like if it is changing every year by 10 days, there's a lot to for everyone to think about who might be doing this. But I do think that, as a teacher, knowing more about this, that I know that like, am I pushing them to do it? Is it too much? Or if I can be flexible and move their time, like, and that will allow them to have both, I think that's
yes,
really special. I think that's really
yeah,
special.
yeah, yeah.
Nor, I wish we lived closer because I miss you.
I know.
Brad and I remember the time we ran into each other in Notting Hill
I
in
know.
the UK. But can you tell everyone, where's your studio? What's your Instagram handle? Where can they, if they want to learn from
Yeah.
you or take Pilates from
Uh,
you?
yeah, my studio is in Kuwait. It's in a residential area, so it's in a house that I commute to. It's a family's house that I put my studio in, and I love it because most studios here are in our commercial buildings and other commercial areas, and a lot of people just like coming to a non-commercial, like a more residential area. And my handle on Instagram is Jade Pilates Studio, and my
Mm-hmm.
website is jadepilatestudio.com. So people
Mm,
can find me there. Yeah.
yeah. Well, someday I'll have to hug you in person somewhere in this world. We got to
Yeah. I
figure it
hope you
out.
make it. I hope maybe one day you'll make it out here.
Oh, an honor. It would be an
Yeah.
honor. It would be an honor. I would love
Yeah.
to. I mean, Karen Frischman and I were talking about her lunch in Kuwait. So
For 48 hours in Kuwait. She only did
yes.
48. I swear, they came, they slept, they ate, and they left.
Well, we will have to figure out a time because I know it would be so special. You are one of the most beautiful humans I have ever met,
Oh,
and
thank you. Thank
I've
you.
learned so much from you. I read the
Same,
book Breathe.
likewise.
I read the book Breathe because of you.
I love that one.
Um, So, you guys, I hope that this helps answer any questions you might have. And also, even if this doesn't apply to you, I think it's always cool to learn and learn
Hmm.
about other people and learn why they do things. And so, just thank you for giving us a holistic approach to what this time period is for you, what people are going through, and how people can still do some of the things they love. So, Nor, I'm honored. Thank you for dealing with all the tech stuff with us.
That's good.
My subscribers, retrograde is also happening right now. So we just have to roll with it. Everyone just has to roll with
Yeah,
it. So yeah,
yeah,
well,
exactly.
big hugs to you.
Well,
I'll see you very soon.
take care.
Bye.
Bye.